Japan Organisms Improvement and Creation Laboratory. Japan Organisms Improvement and Creation Laboratory has been mentioned in several cases involving anomalous creatures, including a wide range of life forms such as animals, plants, and objects which behave like creatures. As almost all of the creatures manifest anomalous properties or additional functions, which cannot be achieved in nature or explained with ordinary modern science, the lab does not seem to be restricted by general ethics. Oh no. It is known to be a research facility or a group of researchers possessing some kind of technology, but its actual situation has not been grasped yet. Initially, it was thought that there was no direct distribution or sale of the anomalies that the Japan Organisms Improvement and Creation Laboratory created, but in rare cases, the organization has been confirmed to sell the their creations as commercial products such as 483JP in 1919 or 1919JP. However, its organizational purpose remains unknown. Okay, we actually got one that isn't deleted. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
We should probably look at that one first and see what they're selling. But why do I get the feeling it's really bad? Especially when it says does not seem to be restricted by general ethics.
Mm.
Alright. Item SCP-483-JP, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. 483-JP is to be considered a low-risk, hazardous material containment locker with refrigeration function at Site 8181. Research on 483-JP-A is to be conducted in an isolated water tank with the permission of Security Level 2 or higher personnel. Numbers 1 to 14 are to be marked on the side of all recovered 483JP containers, which are to be checked for missing after each use.
Warning. Do not follow the Great Dr. Bright on Twitch.
I keep
Worst
forgetting to
mistake
change
imaginable.
my alert sound.
I repeat, do not
I will
follow
do
the
it
Great
Sunday.
Dr. Bright on
But,
Twitch.
Thank you for the follow. Hold on. I need to see their name. The Skittle Dragon. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Alright. Anyways. SCP-483-JP is an eyedrop with anomalous properties. While the majority of 483 is composed of an unknown liquid, several components have been identified as containing substances derived from fishes and horsehair worms. Gordioidea? Pretty sure, I'm guessing that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Right. 483 was contained in an ordinary eyedrop container, 14 instances of which have been recovered. When 483 is used as an eyedrop by an organism generally classified as vertebrate, the subject begins to experience an unnatural and unbearable thirst about 30 minutes later and begins to consume water to quench it. The symptom persists until the subject has ingested at least the same weight of water as themselves. I'm pretty sure that would nearly kill you.
That would kill someone.
While the subject can be aware that they are consuming more water than they normally can, they often prioritize quenching their thirst. The amount of water is the only factor considered in quenching the thirst induced by 483. Feeding the subject highly concentrated saline solution does not change the amount of water required. Although their thirst is temporarily alleviated by ingesting a certain amount of water. It is not completely relieved, causing the subject to continue to drink water as long as possible. Experiments with laboratory animals and D-class personnel have proven that there is no limit to the amount of water that a subject can ingest. It is currently unknown where in their body the ingested water is stored.
So they just don't end up with acute water intoxication.
Yeah. Approximately 12 hours after using 483, the subject develops an urge to visit the sea, a river, a lake, or any other location with a large volume and depth of water. This urge is extremely strong, prompting the subject almost without exception to either travel to a location that meets the requirements or to recreate the environment as closely as possible to the desired place by, for example, filling up a bathtub with water.
You're getting cut in and out a lot.
God damn it. Yeah, I will reread that. Approximately 12 hours after using 483, the subject develops an urge to visit the sea, a river, a lake, or any other location with a large volume and depth of water. This urge is extremely strong, prompting the subject almost without exception to either travel to a location that meets the requirements or to recreate the environment as closely as possible to the desired place by, for example, filling up a bathtub with water. Upon arrival at the destination, the subject enters the water and proceeds to a point with some depth. Once reaching there, the eyeball on which 483 was applied dislodges itself from the eye socket.
Oh, okay.
The dislodged eyeball and its optic nerve are designated as Dash A. At this point, Dash A and the subject are still connected by an optic nerve. Following dislodgement, Dash A begins to expand, increasing in volume until it's roughly equivalent to the amount of water ingested by the subject after using 483. This process is completed in approximately 30 minutes regardless of the amount of volume increase. As Dash A expands, the subject's body begins to show symptoms of dehydration, eventually leading to the death either from it or from suffocation in the water. The transfer of water continues even after the subject's death, until the water present in their body is completely absorbed. After reaching maximum size, Dash A detaches the optic nerve from the subject's eye socket and moves underwater. Dash A develops biological features, including gill-like respiratory organs and a tail composed of its deformed optic nerve. However, the tail has only enough power to change the direction of the body, and there are no excretory, digestive, reproductive, or any other organs that a normal creature would have. For this reason, Dash A's lifespan is limited to 10 days at most. When an enemy such as a large fish or a human approaches Dash A, it stares at the enemy while its pupil dilates and contracts repeatedly. Although it is believed to be a threat behavior against foreign enemies, Dash A does not have any further self-defense mechanism. As such, despite its massive size, Dash A is unilaterally preyed upon by common fish and other predators. No anomalous effects caused by the consumption of Dash A have been observed so far. 483 is one of the items seized during investigation of a facility suspected to be associated with the Japan Organisms Improvement and Creation Laboratory. Inventory logs and remaining research documents indicate that 483 was developed to obtain feed more efficiently for an experimental species termed C-007-E03. It was determined that C-007-E03 was fed once a day with 483-A instances harvested from vertebrates for the equivalent of approximately 300 liters of water. Although the investigation yielded no information directly related to C-007-E03, and freshwater-filled aquatorium tank was located inside the laboratory where C-007-E03 was presumably kept. Inside the tank were the carcasses of 4483-JP-8 instances that had completely lost all parts and fluids except for cornea, conjunctiva, sclera, and optic nerve. Based on the numerous circular holes, approximately 5 mm in diameter, in these carcasses, C-007-E03 was hypothesized to be a species of small aquatic organism with a proboscis for injecting digestive juices into prey. Oh no, there's an update. October 10th, 20 redacted. Deleted data from the electronic storage media seized from the laboratory was successfully recovered, along with which were discovered partial communication records concerning 483. It's C-007-E03, an an excerpt of which follows. Next report is on C007-EO3, which I've been working on for a while. It has been 3 months since the client became unreachable. We can assume that they have completely run out of the means to contact us, most likely due to those eyeball varmints. Since it is now almost impossible to claim development costs to the client and no commercial value can be expected from C-007-EO3, further development research on it is deemed to be unnecessary. As per the previous notice, dispose them off except for research logs and the minimum species specimens required. Regarding the eyeball growth promotant, which was developed to effectively secure feed for C-007-EO3, it was decided that the chemical would be repurposed as a means for converting eyeballs of various species into lovable pets, thereby recouping the financial losses we have suffered. Future developments should focus on extending the functionality of the organisms produced as pets, such as downsizing, increasing viability, adaptation of the chemical's effects on non-vertebrate species, and the ability to interbreed between eyeballs originating from different species. Well then.
So where in evil are we putting this? I'm feeling neutral evil.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, it's just effectively a corporation that's doing absurdly immoral shit.
Yeah, I didn't expect
To
to
make
get
money.
so much information from one product.
Yeah. Are there any other SCPs?
Let's see. Holy shit!
Oh. Well, okay, do we want to read some more?
I mean, we kind of already seen them as neutral evil at this point.
Yeah. Are you alright with, Jerry, you're muted. Are you alright with that?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. I muted myself earlier because the sound of my alarm and dogs were going crazy outside. And I forgot I was muted.
Fair enough.
Yes,
So, yeah.
neutral evil sounds good to me, like I said when I was fucking muted.
Alright, so the DNA symbol. There we go. Neutral evil. Why have we mainly been getting just evils in
Hey,
chaotic neutral?
we got a good after weeks of not goods.
Yeah, we
Be
got
happy.
one.
Be happy, we got one! You know how much I've been hoping for at least one for how many weeks? You know how long? I'm very happy for that one. Thank you. Thank you, Hidden City. Very happy.